Okay, so we're gonna create some primitives inside of Maya. So instead of having a create tab over here like in Max, where we'd be able to pick our primitives from, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we're under the polygons main subcategory. We're gonna go to our shelf and make sure polygons is selected. And then you'll see here our primitive shapes just like they would be in the create tab. Instead of a word though, we actually have an icon. So I'm just gonna click on the cube. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna click and you're gonna hold, you're gonna drag out the base of it, okay? You're gonna let go, and then in Max it would usually just let you adjust the height. We have to click one more time, so I'm gonna click, and then drag up or drag down to finish making our shape. You'll see over here in the channels box we have some information that's now been populated, and you'll also notice we start in wireframe mode. Now a shortcut to get to shaded mode is just hitting the number 5 on your keyboard. That'll get to shaded mode. To go back to wireframe is 4. Okay, 6 is textured. We don't have a texture applied, so it's just going to be gray for now. And 7 will be lit and textured. That's why it's rendering black, because we don't have any lights in the scene. So I'm just going to hit 5 for now to go back. Once we have our primitive created, we can actually see some translate information. So if we wanted to put it at 0, 0, 0, we can do that, relative to its pivot point, which is generated at the center. I can also change its scale and other inputs. Now, the thing that's different about Maya and Max is that if I wanted to change its, let's just say that I wanted this box to be perfectly square, which right now it's not perfect, it's a little bit rectangular. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down in the channels box and there's going to be an inputs tab in my channels box. Make sure it's not the attributes window. So once I do that, I'll be able to see when this was created, these were the variables that were used when it was made. So right now it's at 544. So I'm just going to change these all to 5. And I'm at 5 and a tab, 5, tab, enter. And now I have a perfectly squared box. I can also at this time use these input things to, let's say I wanted to divide it up. I could hit 3, enter, so on like that. Another quick tip for this is if I have one of these selected, I click on it, and I come back into my viewport, and then I middle mouse click and go left or right, I can actually change the number of any value inside my channel editor this way. So that's a really helpful thing for later when we're using different tools in the channel editor and we want to do things on a more minute scale. That would be the number one way we would make primitives and be able to edit them using the channels box.